Shot.
Hello and welcome back to another HGC ARK live stream. I'm Havoc, and today we're going to be getting our Gigas ready for the King Titan fight. Just to give you a quick overview of what we got here, this is the male I found. It was level 200 when I found it, and after I was done taming it, it came out at level 298. Now keep in mind the max level cap for wild dinos is 300, so this Giga is really only 2/3 as awesome as it should be. But beggars can't be choosers. And then where you find the Gigas, you find it in the northeast corner of the map, around the snow globe, the ice dome. So if you travel the outskirts there, you should run into a Giganotosaurus. If not, just wipe out the dinos going around the perimeter of the ice dome, and hopefully a Giga will spawn after you wipe out what was there. And then this is the female that I found, which was level 290 when I found her. She came out at level 433 after taming her with raw mutton. I call her perfect. She's not exactly perfect, but close enough. So I've been breeding her with him and picking out the higher level males. So I got a male out of breeding at 423. That's the highest male I've got. So now I'm breeding him with the highest 2 females. And if another higher end male comes out, I'll breed him instead with the females. And so what I'm going to be using today is actually kind of the lower end Gigas. I'm going to keep on breeding and scaling up my Giga's awesomeness. So as you can see, level 370, 371, 380, 370, 301. So these aren't going to be the end-all Gigas, but it's a start. I'm hoping to get, you know, around level 450 bred Gigas going at some point. So at least we'll get a head start with the Gigas that we have here. They all have Ascendant saddles. So even though they're not as perfect as they could be, they should still be pretty monstrous. So I think I've got 5 of them. That's all the materials I had for the Ascendant saddles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there's 5 of them. And then I actually have these 2 higher end Gigas over here. But it takes so long to get their health all the way up that they just simply weren't ready for the live stream tonight. So without further ado, let's get these guys bottled up, and we'll go find an OSD to release them on. Actually, I might as well level them up while I'm here. I'm just going to dump all their points into melee damage. And I'll take out everything from their inventory. Okay. Yeah, and if I feel confident enough, after doing, hopefully, you know, some red OSDs or some yellow OSDs. I must have messed that up somehow. I might bring these guys to a purple OSD. I have not yet been able to successfully complete a purple OSD. I've tried to with my Argent strike team, and that's what I have. I think I've got like 15 or 16 Argents now, all with Ascendant saddles. Interesting. That guy doesn't want to go into his jar. Alright, let's try this one here. Might just have to get a different angle on it. Okay, there's that one. Come on, Havoc 3. Yeah, I actually named Giga's, the Giga's Havoc. So Havoc 1, 2, 3. And then as you can see, to kind of keep them organized, like this is Havoc 2, and then in parentheses I put its initial bred level, just so I actually know, you know, what level cap it will eventually be able to reach. That way, once I have the more higher end Gigas out and ready to go, there won't be any confusion as to, you know, which are the higher end Gigas and which are the lower end ones. I gotta drop some of the spoiled meat. Holy crap. Okay, I'm actually going to Actually, I might just have to drop all that raw meat. Not a big deal, though. We'll be getting plenty of it here soon. Hey, what's up, Red Gren? How you doing tonight? Yeah, I got a team of 5 gigas going. If you wanna, I just kind of went over the original parents of these bred gigas. So if you're interested in that, you can kind of revert back to the beginning of the live stream. But I went over the parents and how I'm kind of breeding them up. What I'll be using tonight are the lower end gigas. But by the time I'm done with them tonight, I mean, they're not going to be anything to joke around about. And I do have more gigas than this, but I only had so many materials for the Ascendant saddles for them. And then, so here are the newer level gigas right here. But they just take so long to heal up that, yeah, thanks, Red Gran. Yeah, I'm excited to unleash them on some OSDs. And I don't know if 5 of them's going to cut it, but if I feel like 5 of them might, I'll bring them to a purple OSD and see what happens. Because again, these aren't my best gigas right now, but they're the only gigas that I've got that have full health. Alright, and then I think I'll bring a snow owl with me. That way I can heal them up on the spot. Alright. Cool deal. I think, actually I'm just going to leave that how it is. I'm just going to swing by my forest base real quick and drop off all this hide. That'll come in handy when it comes time to build more Giga saddles. Need all the hide I can get. Yeah, that's actually kind of a side mission for tonight for me, is just get as much hide as I can so I can actually make some more Giga saddles. So that's one side mission. Another side mission is just to level up these Gigas. Kind of to give them a head start because they're lower level than the new ones that are coming out. Yeah, I've got one female Giga that I'm breeding is level 480, 490, something like that. But I've only been able to get up to level 425 male. So I'm slowly laddering up the awesomeness of the Gigas. Okay, so Red Grand says, well, with 900% plus melee, you should be okay. It's just the damage they do, the job to watch for. Cover the lanes. I've only got to 5th wave on purple. Okay. Alright. Yeah, what's kind of scary is, you know, once you start a purple orbital supply drop, it can be kind of hard to just stop, like, in the middle of it. And, if you're unable to stop, then you kind of just have to watch your dinos die. Which, you know, that won't be the end of the world with these Gigas. I'd be more concerned about the saddles, to be honest. Because I do have higher level Gigas being bred right now. We'll just dump all that in there. Kind of clean out my inventory before we hit the road here. I don't need any of this junk. Okay. I think we're good to go. Time to go find an OSD. Might as well take a chug of water before we head out. Alright. It is time. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do this tonight, do what I'm doing, and then tomorrow night, hopefully I'll have some more Gigas ready. I'm hoping to bring at least 10 to the Gamma King Titan fight. And then by the time Alpha King Titan fight rolls around, I should, you know, have 15 to 20. Yeah, Redgren says with My Giga Army, he could see the OSD getting destroyed before the Giga's health. Yeah, I remember you were saying that the Gigas actually do damage to the OSDs, so... but that's okay. You know, I'm not so much after the loot inside the OSDs, I'm just kind of more out for the kills right now. Just getting the experience for the Gigas. And the hide, to build more saddles. Fiber's no problem. I got bread through Riznos, I can get fiber like crazy. And then the last missing piece to build so the Giga saddle's fiber, hide, and a ton. Well, I shouldn't say a ton. A good amount of metal ingots. And metal ingots aren't a problem either. So really, you know, it's actually surprisingly easy to build Giga saddles. You just need to go out and grind for the materials to make them. Wow. Well, worst comes to worst, if I can't find an OSD, I might just bring them into the Forbidden Zone. I feel like they do okay in there. Yeah, it's just weird. I've had this game up now for probably a couple hours, and yeah, I don't see any OSDs laying around. That's interesting. Well, we'll just kind of head towards the Forbidden Zone then. Have you beaten the King Titan yet, Redgren? Like, I'm weird. Like, I don't look up walkthroughs or anything. I just go for it. Yeah, you know, that's kind of one bummer. Like, I did look it up, and I don't think that the Titans scale with the Wild Dino Max level cap, which is super lame. You know, that wasn't my intention. On every other map in ARK, you know, all the bosses have always scaled to the Wild Dino Max level cap, so when you went to go do the bosses, you never really felt like you were cheating, you know, because the bosses were just, you know, crazy high levels then, too. But with this, like I do kind of have OP dinos just for the Titans. Everything else, like the OSDs, are of equivalent challenge to playing official, I would say. The stream delay is interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, is it, I'm probably, let's see here. Okay, so I have the stream up here on another computer that I have going off of my mobile hotspot. And it looks like you might be a minute behind. A minute and a half behind. I could make that less time, but then I would start to kind of compromise the quality of the stream. So I'm trying to balance that out. You know, what's more important, the quality of the stream or the quickness of a response from chat? Yeah, Redgren says bosses, drops, and veins don't seem to scale. Yeah, well, you know, the dinos definitely scale, like, at least on what I have set up here. So, like, with the... Oh, yeah, so here's a good example. And I think, Redgren, you were telling me that this is where you'd find them. But yeah, this is kind of the area where I found my Gigas. Yeah, so that one's level 20. But yeah, you just fly back and forth here, and if you don't see one, just kind of kill everything that's in the area until a Giga does spawn. Okay, well, I guess we'll wait for an OSD, and in the meantime, we'll, yeah, quality first for sure. Yeah, I agree. You know, but like the viewer is more important. But I also think that, you know, if they see the screen fuzzing up all the time, like, that would turn me off, I would say. Alright, this looks like a good entry point. I think I might drop down here. Yeah, I'm flying around on my cargo Argent, so I haven't pumped really any melee damage into this RG. Okay, let's just drop him down here. And I think I'll deal with the cryo sickness. I think that will actually be quicker than waiting 300 seconds between each throw. Alright. And then this last one has a snow owl in it. That'd suck if a wyvern decided to swoop down on me right now. Alright, so definitely not the largest Giga army in the world. But again, you know, I am still breeding. I just want to get these lower end Gigas a head start with leveling. That way they can keep up for a little while with the newer ones. Red Grand, yeah. Oh, you were streaming though? Yeah, you know, I don't have really all that crazy of hardware. I bought a lot of my gear when Bitcoin was like really popping and people were like out buying all the graphics cards, so I actually spent a lot of money on my graphics card, way more than what it's worth now. I've got a GTX 1060 superclocked, which is by no means like the standard. That's a little bit lower than average. The average I think is oh man, look at this. Permanent cryo sickness. I might have to restart my game, which won't take too long, but I might as well, because I don't know why that there's no OSDs that have been dropped. I need to figure out why it's doing that. Yeah, because that's super not cool. Alright, yeah, I'll just restart real quick. What game were you streaming, Redgren? Because that also matters. Like, I was streaming Anthem during the demo, so like the past couple days, like past this last weekend, I was streaming the demos, and like I first started to try at 1920 by 1080, but like I couldn't stream at 1920 by 1080 like I do with ARK. Anthem, I had to turn it down to 720. To a 720 stream, which definitely isn't ideal, but yeah, the GTX 1060 superclocked is okay. You know, like it seems like the standard for like most streamers now is at least a 1080, you know, or a 1080 Ti, you know, for NVIDIA cards anyway. And then I've got a Ryzen 5 processor, which I think that's the huge weak point with my computer right now. I'd like to get a newer i7, but I've got a wife and she gives me a budget, and I have to abide, which is probably a good thing, because if it were up to me, I would spend all my money on computer parts and then I'd have no room for groceries. You think you're gonna end up playing Anthem, Redgren? Or are there any games that you're looking forward to coming out? Yeah, so there's Anthem, there's the Division 2, there's Doom Eternal coming out. I'm definitely going to be streaming Doom Eternal. That's going to be sick. Okay, so Red Grunt says ARK and Fortnite PvE. Some random games like, okay. ARK has the most issues, even size to 720p. Fortnite wasn't too bad. Yeah, ARK is insane. And I was actually surprised, like, when I went to go stream Anthem, that I couldn't stream Anthem with the same settings that I stream ARK with. Because, like, with ARK, there's just so many moving parts. Especially, like, once you have an army, like an Argent army, and you have all those flapping wings. It takes a lot of bitrate, a lot of upload rate to do that successfully. Okay, well, I think we're all set to go. Let's do it. $20.70 is way too much, yeah. I mean, you could spend as much as you wanted to on a card, you know? Like, there's no limit to how much money you could spend on a graphics card. I mean, God, you get past a graphics card, and then you gotta start worrying about bottlenecking with the CPU. Yeah, it's just never ending, man. Here, I'll turn the gamma up a little bit. The live streams come across as a little dark sometimes for some reason. Okay, so Red Grunt says Anthem looks interesting to try. I've got Atlas, but waiting until I beat Extinction and join some other streamers on a private server. Downloaded Apex Legends to try out. What do you think of Atlas? Oops. Man, these gigas are just tearing through here. And these aren't even like my prime gigas yet. So that was promising. Yeah, Anthem's really good. I had a lot of fun playing the demo, and I'm not much of a demo guy, you know. I don't like the idea of not being able to like continue progress. Like with the demo, you put all this effort and time into it, and then it's gone. You know, it doesn't carry over to the full version of the game, but Anthem was really good. Live streaming was a little difficult just because I think that there's so many... Oh, my guys are on fire? Oh. Because there's so much detail in Anthem. Yeah, a lot of people were making the comparison with Anthem that was kind of like Destiny. And I can see that. There were some Destiny-like elements to it for sure. Oh man, Gigas don't mess around at all. My God. So, Redgren says, Atlas is a fun take on ARK. Total skin change. Seems challenging, but I don't want to jump in. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, EA and BioWare, there was a lot of issues, not gonna lie. A lot of issues. I got dropped a bunch. My friends got dropped a bunch. There's a lot of rubber banding. A lot of lag. A lot of the game freezing, so it was really a pain in the ass, a pain in the ass demo for sure. Oh yeah, yeah. My Anthem live streams, they're on my YouTube page. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. Like nobody, not a whole lot of people watched those live streams. I thought a lot of people would be interested in it, but I suppose there's a lot of mainstream live streamers on YouTube that people kind of already have as go-to live streamers. And I realize I'm new, you know. It didn't bum me out or anything. I was just kind of surprised. But yeah, they were fun live streams, and I was playing it with my best friend from the Navy, Blaze, and his girlfriend Molly, and so there's some pretty interesting banter that happened during the live stream. Some of it pretty vulgar, so I hope you're okay with that. Yeah, and if you do check out the Anthem videos, like the first video, the first live stream, episode 1, that's the one where it started off trying to use 1920 by 1080, and then I figured out that I had to downscale it to 720 upload output for it to actually kind of be playable. So, and I figured that out probably 10-15 minutes into the first episode. Man, I bet you the Gigas are getting levels like crazy right now. Yeah, because I haven't really killed anything with them at all. So this is the first time out killing. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know, I actually had the VIP demo for Anthem, but I couldn't get in. And I found out a lot of people couldn't get into the game. And, like, everybody was having the same issue. They would get to the login screen, and then they won't get past the trying to connect to EA servers. And you know what the problem was? It was so stupid. So, like, the way that BioWare had it set up is on your computer in the lower right hand corner, you know, where it shows your time, you have to make sure that that's not a manual input time. You have to go in there and make sure that everything is set up automatically, like automatic time zone, automatic everything, and that's what fixed it. Like, that's, so they must have their servers linked up to people's time zones so that they know where to distribute their data, I guess. Like, I never thought that that would be a thing. So I missed out on all the VIP demo, and then finally figured it out during the open demo. Yeah, so my Gigas aren't even getting bloody yet. But, I mean, I guess I'm not too surprised. They're bred from 2 pretty high-level parents, and then with the Ascendant saddles, they're pretty insane. I don't know if I want to go up there. I don't think there's a whole lot of density of dinos up there. Oh, he's gonna fall off. Oh. That's the one thing about Gigas. And that's actually one thing I'm gonna kind of watch out for when I choose OSD to do. Is an OSD where there's not a whole lot of things for them to get snagged on or fall off of. Yeah, I could probably go kill a King Titan just with these things without having leveled them at all. Which I know isn't that great of a feat considering the Titans didn't scale with the Wild Dino max level cap. But still kind of cool. And you know, for all the hours I played ARK, I think I have around 1,600 hours now, which I know isn't the most. I'm sure there's plenty of people with way more than 1,600 hours in ARK, but it's still not a small amount, you know. But I've never had a Giga army. Like, I've done Rex armies. I've actually even messed around with There Is No armies. Never did a Giga army, though. Ooh. Definitely happy with it. And it's my understanding that if one of the Gigas takes a ton of damage in a small amount of time, not only does that one enter rage mode for 20 seconds, but all the other Gigas in close proximity also enter rage mode for 20 seconds, which gives them huge buff to damage, and I think health, but I'm not sure about health. Alright, well, we're going to kind of work our way out of here now. And then level up the Gigas. And clear out their inventories a little bit. Oh, I've only got 4 Gigas. Where's my 5th one? Just trying to keep a close eye on them. And then maybe go find a good OSD to do. Guess we'll just kind of retrace our footsteps here. Oh, we got stuck on that. Come on. Yeah, and actually, like I'm stopping streaming Borderlands 2. I might still play it every once in a while and stream it every once in a while, but it's not going to be on my schedule anymore. Simply because Ultimate Vault Hunter mode really isn't that doable solo. So, hey, what's up, Icarus? Hey, I tried responding to your last comment that you left me, and I went to go reply, but like there's no place to reply. But no worries, man. Like, there's no expectations at all. Like, if you ever make it to my live streams, that's always awesome. If not, no problem. You know, really do appreciate you stopping by, though. Alright, still got... Is that one still stuck over here? One of these Gigas is really messing up. Alright. Yeah, they are. They're actually my lower end Gigas. I've been doing a lot of breeding. Scaling up the level of my Gigas as I go along. The original parents was a level 200 male and a level 290 female. And then obviously after I tamed them, they were higher levels than that. So, I mean, 90 levels is a pretty big gap. And I think that the gap was actually way more than that, because I think the gap is actually really big when you, once you're done taming them. So I'm trying to close that gap through strategic breeding. But yeah, I finally got the Giga army started here. And not gonna lie, they're insane. Absolutely insane. Like, I'm just rolling through here. I mean, they're not even bloody or anything yet. Here we go. Here's a good batch of them. Yeah. Bring it. I like how the Rexes act so tough. Like, they roar, and then they just, like, get killed before they're even done roaring. It's like, wow. If there's any dino that should roar in smugness and pretentiousness, it's the Giga, not the Rex. Icarus slash Woollybo says, I found an empty PvP server and was going to ask if you want to do a fresh start duo. Oh, man, you have no idea how tempting that sounds. Because I love starting new files in ARK. Simply because you have, like, so much to look forward to, you know? There's just so much to do. But I think that if I were to start a new file, I think I would start on the island. Just start 100% clean and like just play through all the official maps. So start on the island, then go to Scorched Earth, I think was the next one. Then Aberration. And then Extinction. And, you know, carry over the dinos as I went along. And I don't know if I'd want to do PvP. I don't like the, I mean, I would do PvP with friends. And, or subscribers, you know. I don't have enough subscribers to really bank on that, though. Hopefully someday I will, you know, but not yet. And, you know, if I do start something like that, I'll definitely shoot you an invite. Yeah, any of my subscribers, you know, you, Redgren, anybody that's subscribed, you know, will all get an invite next time I do something new that's on a server that, you know, there's capacity. And if I do end up hosting a server, I'll make sure to kind of get the max limit server I can get, you know, where I can host as many people as possible with the best performance possible. Alright, where am I? Kind of lost in here. Yeah, I'm trying to work my way out so I can level up my Gigas. And then maybe go find an OSD to do. Alright, we'll kind of work our way out this way. Man, these Gigas don't care about anything. Whoa, that dino's doing about 400 damage a hit. That's actually quite a bit for the saddles I have on them. Oops. That's kind of nice, just having like these five that I'm taking around and leveling up. You know, once you start getting around 10 dinos that you're trying to roll around with to level up, it gets kind of messy. Like, some get snagged on stuff, some run off, like trying to chase something else, and then you wonder where your dinos went. Alright, come on. Yeah, see, I think a lot of these... There we go. Yeah, those guys were stuck somehow. Road to tech? Yeah, that would be really cool. Alright, you guys stay there, for F's sake. Yeah, I kind of figured this would be a small problem coming through here. Icarus says on because you get, yeah, the force field and transmitter from the Alpha Dragon for sure. Yeah, and you know, I'm looking forward to doing the Gamma King Titan real soon, and that's why I'm doing all this. Because I'm hoping to get some good tech blueprints from killing it. You know, I'd really like the teleporter, because I'm sick of having to fly between my bases. Alright, sounds good, man. I'll see you when you get back. Alright, looks like we're almost out of the fray here. Yeah, and this is probably a really good way to get hide, too. I'm actually kind of excited to see how much hide they've gotten already. I've only been streaming for 45 minutes, so... I think we'll be surprised. What? I've only got 3 here? Yeah, that's one thing that's kind of annoying about the Gigas is that they have such a wide turn radius that they get snagged all the time. Yeah, this one's really stuck over here. Look at that. I'm gonna turn him on to passive. Okay. He's almost out. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's almost a game in itself, just trying to juggle, juggle multiple dinos. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th one now? How'd he even get down there? Dang. Ah. Please, let's go. Let's go, let's go. I'm going to turn these guys on to passive. I'm going to make them stop following me. So we can try to retrieve this one. Man, he really got himself stuck in there. Yeah, and this is actually one of the things I'm going to try to avoid with the OSDs. Try to pick the orbital supply drops wisely. There we go. Alright, let's get out of here. Actually, I'm going to set them on to neutral. Or passive. I'm going to set them on to passive so they don't jump all the way down the pit there. Which I'm sure they're going to want to do. One, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'm missing one. I'm just going to get these guys out of here, then I'm going to turn around and grab the last one. And I see an element vein right down here. It looks... Oh, 2 of them? Wow. That's going to be kind of hard to pass up. Alright, you guys stay put. Let me go find this last one. There he is. Stop. There we are. Finally got out of there. Alright. I'm just going to clear an area, and then we'll see how many levels we got. I bet you we got a ton. Wow. Nice. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that one's still up there, but that's okay. Wow, so this one's got 37 levels. And that's all going into melee damage for sure. So he did take a decent amount of damage. Not the end of the world though. This one only got 9 levels. 35. Yeah, get these guys all juggernauted out. 44, wow. Yeah, I think this is one of the more newly bred Gigas I've got on the team. Alright, let's go grab this last one. And hopefully we can find a good OSD to do. Or maybe if one of those element veins is a really high level element vein, that might be worth doing. Alright, I'm going to set these guys on to passive and make sure they're not trying to follow me. Alright, I'll let them kill these guys. And then I'm going to fly straight up and try to find a good OSD to do. Okay, stop it. Okay, let's see if we can find some smoke. What's up with the supply drops tonight? I haven't reloaded, and like, usually after you enter your game, it's only a couple minutes before the first round of orbital supply drops should drop. But they're not seeming to. Yeah, oh my goodness. Ouch. I thought it would just like block me from flying higher. Okay. Alright, well we'll I'll just go start both of those element veins. And then just do 2 element veins at once. Not so much for the element. If we get some element at the end of it, that's fine. But otherwise, I'm just going to let my Gigas loose. Just to get some kills. And then at the end of it, if there's any elements, I'll collect it. But if not, that's cool. I'm just out for the kills. So this one has 25,000 health, which is a decent vein, and this one looks like a 10,000 vein. Yeah, 10,000, so that one's really small. Okay, I'm just going to empty out their inventories, and then we'll keep pushing on. I'll just use my S+ transfer tool, make it quick. Yeah, tons of raw meat. More than I know what to do with. We'll just drop all of it. Corrupted nodes, we'll just drop all those. Okay, that's good for now. Alright, let's go get these element veins. And hopefully by the time we're done with these, some OSDs will have dropped. I would like to try a purple OSD tonight, if possible. Yeah, these Gigas are just absolutely insane. Okay, we'll start that one, then we'll just go start this one, and we'll just kind of work our way back and forth. Yeah. Knock out two birds with one stone. Like, I'm always trying to figure out the best use of time, because that's like one of the biggest aspects of ARK. It's just like, how do you waste the least amount of time? So like, I'm actually kind of fighting in my head, you know, is this worth it, or should I go back through the Forbidden Zone? Because like with this, yeah, I'll get some levels for the Gigas and some elements, but if I go through the Forbidden Zone again, that's a lot more levels for the Gigas, which was the original plan. Or OSDs, high-level OSDs, but they're not seeming to drop right now for some reason. And I guess we can test it out and see if the Gigas actually do any damage to these element spires. Doesn't look like it though. Like you showed that trend on what was up. Yeah, it was interesting in the beginning of the live stream. I don't know if you saw it, but like the difference in size between the mech and the Giga. Like the mech is actually quite a bit larger than a Giga. I was kind of surprised by that. I thought a Giga would be bigger. Was that King Reaper spit? Yes, it sure was. That'd be cool if, like a modder made the King Reaper tameable. That'd be interesting to utilize one of those, like breed them. That'd just probably be a little bit too OP of a tame, I'd suppose. Yeah, Red Gren, I'm thinking the same thing. Because that would apply to the OSDs as well then too, so I wouldn't be doing any damage to the OSDs with the Gigas, although yours does. But you know what, like, it would also be more fun, like, in a way, if the Gigas did do damage. Like, if I could do damage to the OSD or the element spires. Because then you gotta, like, work around it instead of just powering your way through it. You know, so, like, the Argent Swarm would be a really good bet, I would say, for the element spires, kind of like working in between them and not hitting them all with a ton of damage. Or if you want to get crazy, just bring like a high power firearm and just kill all the dinos yourself. But that'd be hardcore. That would take a lot of resources. Yeah, I think the Giga would have destroyed that one spire right there, Red Gren. Yeah, so that spire took 2 or 3 hits from a Giga, and it's still standing, so I'm guessing because of PvE, I don't do damage to those, or OSDs. Yeah, Red Grand. Yeah, it's almost like a tower defense type of game at that point, which I really like the idea of that. Like, this isn't as much fun, but you know, like, since I am playing solo, like, it does kind of help, because I'd only be able to cover one lane, really, effectively, anyway. Yeah, so I definitely think I'll be ready for the King Titan, which I'll probably do tomorrow, I guess. I mean, might as well. Get to the Beta Titans, and I could probably run through those then, too, with the Gigas that I've got. And then just get straight to doing Alpha stuff, you know, and then I can finally start taming the Titans. I've been waiting to get to the Alpha Titans to actually tame them. I shouldn't say waiting. I've been working towards that point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is the best use of my time right now, to be honest. I think I'm going to go back into the Forbidden Zone. I didn't hear an OSD drop, but I'm going to take one more quick look, because that's kind of what I was really looking forward to doing, especially a purple one. Okay, so you do let the Gigas destroy the small veins on hard levels? Yeah, there comes a point where you just have to, like, kind of let go, you know, and a lot... Oh, there's one down there. Oh, thank God. For a second, I was wondering, like, maybe my game is, like, super glitched out or something. That's not usually where purple OSDs drop. It could be red. I'm gonna guess it's probably yellow, though. Yeah, but, like, acceptable loss. Like, you have to kind of calculate what's worth worrying about and what's not. I think that's one of those things that you can get better at too, you know, like, and that drives perfectionists crazy. Like, I'm kind of a perfectionist, but as time has gone on, like, I've kind of been able to let, like, the smaller things go a little bit better. But when I was younger, like, everything had to just be just perfect, you know, and it would kill me if, like, I lost any of the element veins. But I mean, like, what are you gonna do about it? Alright, I'm gonna rally the troops here, and then... Did the element veins disappeared? That is super odd. Okay, now there's another OSD. Alright, well, that's fine. Whoa, that Giga's ultra stuck. Okay, let's try to get the Gigas in here without... Oh, you know what? It's actually be a small problem, because I don't want to have to restart every time I cryopod things. So... And actually, like, if you get to orbital supply drop and you exit the game and come back and the OSD disappears. So, at least the Gigas are fast. We'll just kind of run there. Okay, so Red Gren says he still tries to do the element veins without destroying a whole lot of them. You know, he tries Gigas following Volanosaurs on turret mode. Yeah, the Volanosaurs is a good idea, because they can kind of shoot between the spires. Yeah, that's a really good idea. One thing I wanted to do, and I don't know what the rules are like on PvP anymore, It's been a long time since I've played PvP, but like hook up a Quetzal with turrets, like that'd be kind of cool too, and just swoop down like above the element veins kind of, or off to the side, and just let the turrets do it. But that's kind of assuming that you can get the amount of resources necessary to create all that ammunition that the turrets go through. I actually kind of forgot how fast the Gigas can be, especially when they're bred. This is actually probably faster than putting them into cryopods and then having to wait for the cryo sickness to go away. Is this red or is this purple? Looks like red to me. Okay, that's perfect. That way I can level them up a little bit more before I try them out on a purple OSD. Nice. This is actually a pretty good spot for the Gigas too. Like, there's not a ton of stuff for them to get it hooked up on, I don't think. Alright, let's watch the Gigas go to work. Get them leveled up for that King Titan fight. Whoa, Jason. Yeah, it's going well, man. How's your night going? Yeah, I'm just working on leveling up the Gigas for King Titan, which I think I might do tomorrow. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a super easy fight because I don't think the Titans scale with the Wild Dino max level cap, so I don't know what to do about it, really. I mean, the only thing I could do about it is maybe, like, tame some really low-level Gigas to try to equal it out, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Yeah, it's been a few days since I've streamed or played ARK. I was spending some time with the Anthem demo and streaming that. Well, that was a super easy round. I guess the first round always is. Yeah, the Anthem demo was a pain in the ass, man. That was a good idea, BioWare and EA, to have the demo and all that stuff come out as early as they did. I mean, they're still cutting it close, though, because their release date's supposed to be February 22nd. That doesn't give them a whole lot of time to fix all their problems. Yeah, I'm just going to let these guys eat away at the shields. Yes. Making a challenge to use a level 1 mech? I think that would be a hardcore challenge. Like, I don't even know what the King Titan's about, to be honest. Like, I haven't looked anything up yet. Oh my god. Look at all that green. Yeah, level 1 mech, I think I'd probably get my neck broken in half trying to fight the King Titan like that. Be pretty risky business. Gross. That looks so ridiculous. God, the wyverns look so small compared to the gigas. Yeah, I don't need to do anything. I just need to sit here. Yeah, so these 5 gigas are so much crazier than the 15 Argents. I mean, I guess that's kind of a given, I suppose, but the extent of it is insane. Jason says he's doing well, just cleared the upper and lower trenches. Got 4 180 and 2 150s. So happy you got some real nice RGs rebuilding. Nice. Nice. Wow. Yeah, that's a good feeling. Are you going to spend some time like breeding them upwards? Sometimes I do that, you know. I didn't do that with my Argents, though. Like, my Argents, the Argent army that I have isn't nearly as good as it could be. Like, they're all kind of the offspring of level 250 and level 280. And I could have strategically leveled them up as I went along with the breeding, but I didn't. I was lazy with them. I am doing the strategic breeding with the gigas, though. And these are my low-level gigas. Yeah, I think I'm ready for a purple OSD. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm just getting a little bit too bold. Watch, I'm gonna kill all 5 of these gigas tonight. Oh. The jump from the red OSD to the purple is so ridiculous. Like, it's probably 3 times harder. Yeah. Hey, Jason, do you have a favorite wyvern? I know the popular choice is the lightning wyvern, which is actually my favorite. I just feel like the amount of DPS that you can do with it is better than any of the other wyverns. The poison wyvern's kind of cool though. Just kind of like it's, you know, what it is. It sucks that the blob it shoots is so slow, though. It kind of makes it hard to aim from a distance. And then the fire wyvern. The fire wyvern was a pretty well-rounded one. Actually, I was looking up names to name my poison wyvern back when I was playing the Ragnarok map, and like I looked around, like on the thesaurus and stuff. And that's where I came across the word biocide, which is actually one of the names of my tracks on Havoc Productions. You hear it in the background sometimes when I'm playing. And then my fire wyvern I named Fatality. And I just used Fatality for, like I just boosted him full of speed, so, speed and weight. So I used the fire wyvern as like a cargo wyvern, high weight, high speed. The lightning wyvern, I boosted the melee damage a ton, and some health. I never found a real good use for the poison wyvern though, but I still do think that the poison wyvern is a little underrated. Alright, yeah, it's a deal. Like, if I can find a purple OSD tonight, I'm doing it. Because, like, this is a little bit too easy, I think. Yeah. So yeah, Jason says he likes the fire wyvern's design. Yeah, the fatality, the fire wyvern that I had, it was mostly black, but like the details of it were like a dark red. Oh man, like I got so lucky with that, and I think that was a perfect fire wyvern too. Yeah, that was definitely the coolest looking wyvern I had. The lightning wyverns don't look as cool because like all of it's kind of that light bluish color, if I remember correctly, and it kind of comes across as a little bland. The fire wyvern had like more contrast in colors. And I actually liked how the poison wyvern looked too. The friends I was playing with always kind of made jokes about how the poison wyvern's head kind of looked like a fish's head. But I thought it looked pretty cool. I could have just brought 1 Giga to this thing. Yeah, I don't know if what I'm doing is overkill or not, but I think it is. Like for the King Titan fight. But like again, I just don't know what to expect, so you know, like what if I under-prepare and then I lose everything? You know, I'd much rather over-prepare. I think before I even start the fight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a small shelter as close to the King Titan arena that I can with flyers and beds. So that way if I do die during the King Titan fight, I'll just spawn close by, hop on a bird, and then, you know, get back to my dinos as fast as possible. Yeah, so Redgrin, it doesn't look like my Gigas are doing any damage to the OSDs, so. Actually, I'm going to set you on to passive. Alright. Let's see what we get here. I'm actually kind of excited to see what items you get from a purple OSD. Because I've never done a purple OSD, so maybe there's something like super crazy in there. Maybe it's just more. Like maybe it's just more stuff that comes out, and it's not necessarily anything different. What would be really cool is some mech components. Because right now all I have for mech components is the shield. Which I'm super excited because I think I finally have enough materials to build it. Which is probably going to be one of the next things I do after the live stream. Kind of when I'm playing and getting the next stream ready. I'll just take a little bit of time and go build that. And then, you know, once I get all the components crafted for the mech, I'll do a live stream where I just go out and test them all out. What is happening? Okay. Wow, look at all that polymer. Holy crap. From just one red OSD. That's a ton. That was a lot of good drops from that. Cementing paste, polymer. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Wow. Okay, let's go look for another OSD to do. Put my Gigas on passive so I don't mess around too much. Yeah, we'll head over there. Yeah, I don't know if you were Yeah, I got really lucky with that red grand. With those drops. Oh, man, come on. Stop messing around. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I don't know if you were in chat yet, Jason, but I'm still having that cryo sickness glitch problem where, you know, I'll throw down multiple cryopods and then my dinos will go through cryo sickness, and then once cryo sickness is over, they stand back up like it's done, but it still says cryo sickness on them and I can't do anything with them. So I gotta figure that out, but in the meantime I just have to run to where I'm going. Thankfully the Gigas are freaking vast. I mean, they can almost about keep up with my Argent, really. Yeah, hopefully this is a purple one. I'd really like to get a purple OSD done tonight. And then, I actually started going back to the gym. Believe it or not, but I used to be pretty fit back in the day, and I haven't been in the gym in over a year, so I'm trying to schedule some time in every day to do that. And then my best friend from the Navy, Blaze, he suggested that we play Payday 2. Have you guys ever played Payday 2? That, I think, is a super fun game. And I'm surprised they haven't even come out with a Payday 3 yet. I suppose they're still banking on Payday 2 because it's still a super good game. Oh, okay, all 5 are there. Oh, Jason only throws one at a time. Yeah, that's smart. I should probably do that. Yeah, like if I only have like 2 or 3 or 4, I guess, to throw down, I'll wait the 300 seconds or whatever it is. But you know, if I have a ton of them I'm trying to deploy, I like to just throw them all down at once because I think that's more time effective. But you know, with the permanent cryo sickness, this definitely is not more effective. Yeah, so I think like just running the Gigas all the way to this OSD is probably quicker than if I would have cryo-potted them all. And I did test it out with the saddles, and you're totally right, Jason. They do stay on. Please be purple. I'm actually kind of nervous because I could lose my Gigas, but I'm more concerned about the saddles. Alright, what do we got here? Better not be blue. Oh, they take 10 times the amount of damage during cryo sickness? What is this? Oh, it's blue! No! I'm just gonna activate it and then leave it. Yeah, I definitely don't think that's worthwhile. Like, the blue OSDs just end up sitting there, waiting. Actually, I need some... what are they called? Sauropod skeletons or whatever. Wow, okay. My guys are on aggressive. They're just gonna ignore those Brontos. Looks like they're kind of glitched inside the rock. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, and one of my side missions for tonight was just to get as much hide as I can, because that's like one of the only things I'm missing. Well, that and more metal ingots for making more Giga saddles. Alright, I'm gonna whistle my Gigas on passive. That way I can maneuver them around a little bit more easily. There we are. Yeah, I think I'll bring him back to the Forbidden Zone. And maybe, you know, run into another OSD on the way. Or maybe, hopefully, a super high-level Element Vein. Are there any games that you're looking forward to coming out, Jason? I was talking to Red Grenner earlier. I was telling him that I've been looking forward to Anthem. Anthem's the nearest one, and that's February 22nd. Then around March 22nd is the Division 2, and then like a month after that is Rage 2. And then at some point this year, I think Doom Eternal's coming out. So there's a ton of really awesome games coming out. I don't even know how I'm going to play them all. Alright, you guys, just stop. I am missing a Giga. One, two, three, four. Okay, there he is. I'm gonna get these guys somewhere safe, and then I'm gonna go into their inventories, pull all their hide, drop all the raw meat, and I guess I'll cryopod them up, because running them through here is kind of a hassle. Clear out the area. Cool. Alright. Use the S+ transfer tool, get all this junk out of there. Yeah, I feel safe pretty much anywhere with my Gigas around. Not too much to worry about. Yeah, all this stuff is junk. Alright, let's see how much hide I've gotten so far. So that was one of the reasons why I've been doing this. Ooh, 9100 is not too bad. Yeah, let's just throw all that stuff into the RG. Keep the water on me, keep the food on me so the Argent doesn't eat all my cooked meat jerky. Alright. Yeah, we'll get these guys cryopotted. That way we can move around a little bit more eloquently. I always, even though I use the S+ transfer tool to clean these guys out, I like to make sure that they didn't pick up anything interesting. Yeah, and they haven't really taken much damage at all. You guys want to play some bets? Do you think I can successfully make it through round 7 on the purple OSD? Or do you think something bad will happen? Alright. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can find a purple OSD. Looking for smoke. Well, there's definitely no smoke on this side, so we'll go to the other side of Sanctuary. Try using Kalian Soup to help Wasteland. Okay. Kalian Soup. I think I picked some up, didn't I? Yeah. Keep your body cool like an oasis. 15 minutes. Alright. Nice. Yeah, me too, Gren. That could be devastating. The whole purple OSD thing is a huge disaster waiting to happen. At least when I was like bringing my Argents, when I was attempting it with the RGs, I could just turn them all passive and fly away. But with Gigas, like, there's no running. Like, you gotta stay there, and either they all get killed, maybe you can save one. But that's definitely a critical scenario. Okay, so Jason says you can end the purple OSD after round 3. So Redgren says he's watched his 5 Gigas go down. More health than some of mine, but not nearly as much melee. Yeah, you know, and that's kind of the scary thing. Because my Gigas don't have a whole lot of health, you know, and I don't like putting points into their health, because it's like, you put a point in there, it's like, here's 6 more health. It's like, that's not really going to help me that much. Like, even if I dumped 50 points into a Giga's health, it would still be like a negligible amount, so it's almost like you're just lucky to get what you get, like depending on the parents that you bred from. Okay, Redgren says that there's been updates to the OSDs, so it is a 7th round minimum for the purple OSD. I guess we'll find out here soon enough. Yeah, and I think I saw it. I think this is purple. Oh no, you guys. Oh my god. Yeah, it's purple. Yeah, let's do it. And this isn't a bad arena for Gigas. I suppose they could fall off that cliff right there and kind of get snagged trying to get back up, and that could be a little bit problematic, but I don't think there's going to be any perfect scenario, really. No! I did not mean to start that. I'm an idiot. I am so sorry, you guys. There's no way I can do this. Wow. Like, usually I have a hard time setting those things off. Yeah. That was probably one of the biggest buffoonery mistakes I've made during a live stream. But, like, I don't know. I'm surprised that went off. Well, it will get destroyed pretty quickly, I'm sure. And then hopefully another OSD will drop down. In the meantime, I think I might run the Forbidden Zone. Because that was a very lucrative endeavor. And low risk. And then I could even get these Gigas more ready for a purple OSD. Pump their melee up some more. Yeah, I really wanted to just quickly land on that mountain ridge and just like drop the cryopods real quick, but no, like I would have been wiped out super fast if I tried to tried to pull that off. Alright, where's a good place to deploy? Up on these ledges is probably the best idea. There are rock drakes in this area, so it's not completely safe, but it's definitely safer than anywhere else. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it's faster to drop all 5 and then restart the game? I think it is, because... And we can try it too, like... I'll wait until they get up and then see if that cryo... Whoa! My god, it's stuck on its tail. Alright, there we go. Nope. Well, there he goes. Yeah, hopefully this just works. No Todd Howard reference intended. Fallout 76. It just works. Todd Howard. Like, I was a huge Bethesda fan. Like, ever since Morrowind. And I played the crap out of Morrowind. And I don't know. I don't know what's happened. I mean, a lot of people I've talked to have really liked Fallout 76, but like from what the majority of people are saying, it's still pretty lackluster. Okay, yeah, see, they still say cryo sickness. I wonder if I'm gonna try to make them follow me. What in the F? Yeah, I don't know anyone else who's had this problem. I actually Googled it, and I wonder if it has to do with me having the Wild Dino max level cap up. Alright, well, I'm gonna wait. Okay, so they're all up. I'm just gonna restart the game here. I'll just take a minute. Yeah, and then I'll just log back in and all the cryo sickness will be gone. Like, all the games that I've always really liked have always been glitchy. It seems like the older I've gotten, the more I've enjoyed, like, the complexity of a game. Like, I used to love games like, well, when I first started out, it was like Doom, Earthbound for the Super Nintendo. Then, you know, as time went on, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Final Fantasy, 7 and 8, 9, 12. But like the longer time's gone on, it's like I need so much depth in a game to enjoy it now. And it's like the games that have that much depth typically have problems because I can't even imagine like the programmer's job on a game like this. I'm surprised they haven't killed themselves, to be honest. Like how do you get like everything to work together without like things like lines of code interfering with each other sometimes? That's got to be rough. I think the programmer at the lead programmer at Wildcard Studios actually did write like an excerpt explaining that ARK is far from perfect and that, you know, he admits that it has a ton of issues, which I think anybody who plays it knows. I think almost everybody who plays ARK would appreciate that type of honesty. You know, it's so easy to like point the finger and be like, hey man, I paid $60 and, you know, it's an incomplete game. And you see that with like 7 Days to Die too. Like 7 Days to Die is just ridden with glitches. But I mean, they're still saying that they're in beta, I suppose, at least. I actually started playing 7 Days to Die before I played ARK. I think I had... Ooh, what's this? Shooter game has crashed and will close. Fatal error. Have you guys ever gotten that? The only time I ever get that usually is when I'm flying on a Terra or a Wyvern really fast and then like run into a like high density area where a bunch of stuff has to populate super quick. Like the game will kind of like jitter and then it will freeze and then that window will pop up and make you exit the game. Fatal error. I think it's a RAM issue if I were to guess. My best friend's girlfriend has not that great of a computer, and that happens to her all the time in ARK, so I'm thinking that's a RAM issue. Yeah, and I only have 8 gigabytes of RAM. I think to make that go up to 16, I could either get a 16 gigabyte card, or I could get the same exact 8 gigabyte RAM card, and then just plug that parallel. Alright, let's try this again. Hopefully it didn't set us back or anything. It shouldn't. The worst time for that to happen too is when you're flying. You end up on the ground in the midst of danger. I'm really bummed at myself, you guys. Like, this whole time I was so excited about doing a purple OSD. I fly, like, a ways away, like, kind of around it, trying to figure out a spot to drop the Gigas, and I set it off. Wow. Like, usually I'll go and, like, run into the OSD, I'll fly around it for a while, I'll kill stuff, and then, like, we'll eventually just randomly start. But not that time. Okay, so Red Grand thinks it's a DirectX issue, but yeah, I had it before. Yeah, the fatal error. I think almost everybody who's played ARK has had that issue. It's not so bad, unless it happens at like a dire, critical scenario time. Like, that wasn't a terrible time for it to happen. Obviously, during a live stream isn't opportune, but at least I wasn't like in the forbidden zone flying or something. Primal Game did a PP.